Yo, what is up, YouTube? CJ Sauce here. We're back with another Madden 22 video. Today is Sunday, August 8th. The game for EA Play drops on the 12th, and we are locked in. We're going to be here with daily uploads, frequent streams, a lot of TikTok content, and it's going to be really exciting. So make sure you guys hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, and tune in. My big focus this year is going to be no money spent coin making methods. So if you guys aren't already, join the Discord, which will be linked down below, with myself and Up and Adam Gaming, who will be your coin making go-tos this year. I'm going to be grinding no money spent. Adam's going to be printing coins, and we are going to fight. So that being said, these are going to be some of the players that got leaked over the weekend from Mutt Leaks. I'll show you guys their account, so make sure you're following them to see what's coming from Madden 22. And I just want to go through some of the players that I think you're going to need to have on your team as soon as possible. These aren't the best players, but these are the best players that you guys should be looking at in terms of a no money spent, grinding, not the best team possible perspective. So let's get right into it. So we're here on the Twitter page, guys. This is MuttLeaks22. Make sure you're following this page. They usually leak content that's coming a few days or a few hours before it gets released. So we're gonna see here the campaign players, the core elite players, and the team builder players that we're going to be getting when the game drops. So there's a couple of players I want to go through, and I just want to point out to you guys which players you should be looking at and why you should be looking at them, so you can start to build your budget squad. For those of you that aren't going to be dropping thousands of dollars day one to be able to get the best teams available, we're going to optimize and get the best teams that we can possibly get with spending as little money as possible. So the first thing here, this is your campaign. So if you guys remember, there's going to be a sort of battle pass style feature where you're going to work through a campaign and you're going to unlock these players. Now, these are 75 overall players that will go into a set that unlocks the full core elite version of each of these players. So these guys are not better, they're actually worse versions, but they're going to help you get their core elites, which will be very, very expensive at the beginning of the year. So basically, if you combine this with the get a player method, which we'll talk about when the game drops, that's usually very viable. It's a method where you basically are ripping 500 coin packs and then rolling players up to get better cards. But again, I'll make a video on that right as the game drops, as long as it's working. That method combined with this campaign is going to give you these core elites. I almost guarantee it, for very cheap, so keep your eyes open for that. But some of the ones that I want to go through are going to be Devin McCourty. So if you guys remember the last 2 years, Devin McCourty's core elite and first upgrade cards are always really good. He has insane zone coverage for his position and for the beginning of the year. And so you're going to see a lot of guys running like stock cover 3 and stock cover 2, just settling in, trying to learn the game before the meta comes out. So guys like Devin McCourty, who have insanely high zone coverage, are going to be really good for that. And then a couple other guys I want to talk about is like Brandon Cooks, Dalvin Cook, Denzel Ward, guys like that. The reason I'm bringing those guys up, you're going to see here, Brandon Cooks, Denzel Ward, and then like a Dalvin Cook, even like Lamar Jackson we could talk about in this category, is speed. Early on, the best players are good because the best players in the game, without the best teams in the game, I should say, are good because they pick speed. So even though Brandon Cook's core elite may not be the best wide receiver in the game, he's going to be one of the fastest, which makes him usable for you on your team early on in the year. Same goes for a guy like Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward's going to be insanely fast as a core elite in comparison to other players. So, you know, Jamar Chase is going to be the best receiver in the game at 91 speed, but Brandon Cooks won't be that far behind in speed. It's just going to be his route running and things like that that are going to be worse. But you can utilize a Brandon Cooks card to really make your team competitive early on, even though his overall might not be the best in the game. So again, using coin making methods from Adam and I, things like the get a player method, and then grinding through the campaign, you'll get this Brandon Cooks. You'll be able to easily build him into his core elite, and then your team's going to look really solid, have a lot of speed, and things like that. So the next thing here is going to be your power ups. So this is 264 core power ups that got leaked. Now, keep in mind what this is literally, it's just the power up players. So these are every player that is elite or better in Madden 22. Now, the reason I want to show you guys this is because this isn't, I'm not going to go through this or tell you what core elites to get or anything like that, because these are going to be the most expensive card in the game. But what this is important for is your team gold fantasy pack. So at the beginning of the year, for all of us that pre-ordered, and if you're watching this video, you probably pre-ordered the game, if I'm being honest, we're going to get 11, 10, 22 team fantasy packs. Now, what that means is there's a fantasy pack where it's only players from a certain team. So what you want to do to maximize your profit is to pull packs with the most elites. That's your best chance to pull an elite player, the most expensive players in the game, and then you can sell those to make coins, and you use those coins with coin making methods to generate as much profit as possible. So shout out here to Accidental Juke for this list. But if you're looking, the Buccaneers have 15, 49ers 13, Browns 13, Packers 12, Patriots 11. So these top, I'll call it 7, maybe even 8 with the Seahawks. These are the teams you're going to focus on when you're opening those packs up. Obviously, if you go with the Bucks, that's your best chance to pull elites. You can sell the elites for the most money. Therefore, the Buccaneers make the most sense, right? I would also look at Niners, Browns, maybe Packers, Patriots, because it's going to have guys with speed. So like the Browns, for example, are going to have Denzel Ward in their pack. Buccaneers aren't going to have a ton of crazy fast players. Think like Mike Evans isn't that fast. Obviously, Brady's card. You know, things like that. So keep that in mind as well. I will release a video right before the game drops about which team I will be picking and why. I'm gonna have to go through and look at certain stats. Like maybe the Niners have more fast players, so I'm willing to take the risk on 2 less elites for more fast players. So I'll do that. I'll release a video on it, so look for that. But the core power-ups, this is giving us this list, which gives you an idea of what teams you should be picking. Now, the important one of the day is going to be the team builder. So the team builder program is being released on day 1, and we have the team builders leaked here. Now, some of the ones I want you guys to focus on, it's going to be a very similar concept as the campaign players, but like somebody that you may not think of like an Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson is going to be like Cam Akers' team builder was last year. Antonio Gibson has that shorter, stockier, but quick, good route running build where he just is really good. Cam Akers is one of the best running backs in the game. That 84 overall Cam Akers was one of the best running backs in the game for a very, very long time last year. And Antonio Gibson has way better route running than he does. So expect Antonio Gibson's team builder card to be one of the best in the game. Now, we're going to go through a couple of other ones. Look at Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool is insanely fast and insanely tall. He's going to be one of the best budget cards in the game for a very long time with his speed and size. And then Justin Herbert, same concept, not the best player in the game, but his throw power is going to make this card crazy good. And I guarantee he's a good archetype to get set feet lead, gunslinger, that kind of stuff. So look at that Justin Herbert card as well. And then Deshaun Jackson is an interesting one. Now, this Djax card, I guarantee will be one of the fastest cards in the game right now. The reason I would pick this Deshaun Jackson now, or maybe I'm actually arguing why you shouldn't pick him, but Deshaun Jackson is not going to have a great season this year, right? So he's not going to get a ton of upgrades, which actually might make his team builder card fairly budget friendly. So right now, like a right now card, Deshaun Jackson is probably going to be pretty solid, very, very fast, probably a little bit cheaper than some of the guys who may get better upgrades along the year. And then the other 3 I'm going to look at is Murphy Bunting, L'Jarius Sneed, and Jonathan Jones. Simply for speed. Those are going to be insanely fast guys because their team builders are going to be high overalls, and they're going to be very, very, very good players. So with that being said, guys, let me know which team builders, which campaign players, and which power up cards you're looking at this year. Tell me which ones you think are the best, which ones that I missed, which ones that I hit right on the head. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more no money spend, more coin making, and more tips. And then also some really good edited gameplay. That's one of the biggest features of this channel is I have an incredible editor who makes my gameplay look actually halfway decent. So subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.